Thank you, Lord. Look at that pocket. That pocket is clean. Yeah, I'm one of them. Y'all see this Madden game though? I came back fired. That was a good one.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the much of them are creating and getting a bunch of points. Premium defensively.
What happened to the boom in the game? Like that's a fumble.
And as they come
Down. And whoever get the fumble. Like bottom of the type shit. Or if it
right.
lands
You're watching
directly, you know.
on EA Sports.
That was supposed to be a fumble. Of course, he would quit. Like that would make anybody quit. Unless you're a real coach and that shit. Like you you're not going. Now we got the power. Fuck Phillips. Yeah, Phillips. That what? No. Wow, I couldn't even draw it up any better than that. That was a hell of a play. Come on, he's gonna be hyped for it. You ain't think about this though. This blitz hits everything.
Set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Off play action. Jones. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown Patriots.
I told you that. I'm that damn good. Wow. I'm that good. One play, call it down. Go! This game is over. Get him out of here. Get the starters on the bus. Wow. Now, I don't even want to play another game after that. Like, what? Let's go. He checked the time. It's 1 a.m. on a Wednesday. Y'all know what that means. I got some work to do. Might be calling it after that game. What? The best game you guys have ever seen in Madden in a while. One play him touchdown. One play me touchdown. One play me touchdown again. Pick. Like, what? storybook ended in New England, man. That's how we go eat. We need that O-line fix. Nelson Aguilar need to act like he acted like in the game and how he was in Philly. Mac Jones is like, yo, I got this. Belichick, Don Bill. Yo, Tom Brady though. Like, he comes like, that'd be amazing. That's hope. That's hope. But listen. That's like, nah, what's up, Tom? Yo, shit, Tom Brady back to New England. What's up? Who I just spoken into existence? That's the way Mac Jones is moving, though. Like, he had, that 5-step drop. When he takes he could turn a 4-step drop, 5-step drop into, like, a 10-step drop. Like, that's what Aaron Rodgers does. That's what, like, Patrick Mahomes does. Lamar Jackson doing it and letting it fly. Mac Jones has the ability to do that, but he could go the Brady route where he could step into the throw. I'll just show you guys. Mac Jones is like the perfect quarterback. Like Tom Brady was it, and he is still. God bless him. But you could do it, Mac. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. You could do it in New England, period, with like the way they're structured. You could do it with Brian Hoyer, Cam Newton, Brian Hoyer, we got Jake Bailey right now, and he fits right in. It's not gonna be a shootout. He's gonna quit. That last game was a.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air, and we are underway in Foxborough. Pulls it in at the 13. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here we go. 11. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That's good for 28 yards. Here we go. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 48 yards. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 35 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is going to lose yardage here. A huge loss on the play. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll look to throw again. Out left and complete to Thornton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. These two teams all tied after 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have moved out in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11-90. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive. And he gets this to Thornton. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now stands at 13. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
On 1, ready?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They go play action with Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals have recovered it. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
McPherson's kick is good, and that gets them back within 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Throwing Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Mixon with a first down carry. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. As the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Looking to throw. Jones. Got his man. It's Thornton. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was a position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mixing up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on standing.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On one, ready?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here we go.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. Powers through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Jones. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Jones going for the deep ball. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good... And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyquan Thornton, 33 yards. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gotta go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Gun.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back to Mixon on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to out of space because of the back of the never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's caught by Thornton. And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Jones. One last shot at the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your